I'm coming in loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio. Breaker, breaker, 19. Anybody got their ears on?
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains, North Carolina. Tonight, get to play with a new radio from Retekess. I love shortwave radios. You may or may not be aware of this. If you're not, you should become aware of this because that's a lot of what I do on this channel. They sent me this, the TR, I think it is, 618. It may be the TK618. I'm not sure if I remember, but it is a nice desktop shortwave radio. And let's go ahead and open this thing up. I've been wanting to play with this for a while. And yeah, let's go here. So here we go, the TR618, right? And it's kind of a conventional, old school, stand-up radio. I like that. But it does have some pretty cool things. We got USB ports. We got SD micro slot. So we can record and play back off of those, and that's really kind of cool. So radio operation, SD card playback or USB playback. Frequency range, AM 520 to 710, FM 87 to 108, and shortwave 6 to 18 megahertz. So really nice. Oh, I'm sorry, 0.6 to 18 megahertz. We do have an inner magnetic ferrite rod antenna, and we do have a pull-up rod antenna. And of course, you can always clamp on an external antenna to give it a whole lot more distance. 3 watts maximum power consumption. That is really, really low. So that's kind of nice that it doesn't burn a lot of fuel, should we say here. All right. Cool. Nice little manual there. Well, let's go ahead and get it out of the box and see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the kind. I wish there were more companies that made this style of radio. This is just that conventional, old school. When you think of old shortwaves, this is kind of what I think of. And USB radio. I love how it says fun. That doesn't stand for fun as in let's have a great time. It's function. And then we have band, FM, AM, and shortwave. Nice positive click there. We have our volume on off. And then we have a digital display here, and then we have our manual tuning here. And it even shows FM, AM, shortwave, but it also shows meters, 49 meter, 41, 31, 25, 19, 16. So I'll give you an idea what meter you're on if you're more familiar with the ham radio scale of things. On the side is our tuning. We do have our SD card. So it has SD, a micro SD, and a USB. And of course we have an output for our earphones too, so we don't want to bother our loved ones while we listen to cool things from foreign lands. On this side we have our AC in, we have our 120 in right there. And on the back, place for our batteries. And this takes 3 D batteries there. And that's pretty cool that it still takes conventional D batteries. You don't see that too often anymore. Everybody's gone to custom batteries and stuff like that. So the fact that you can still get it with old-fashioned D batteries, which you should keep a pack on the shelf for your old flashlight, that's kind of cool. Cool. And then on top here, we have our antenna for the FM and shortwave. And it is, I think it's hard to, pretty darn long antenna, which is good. You want to have a good long antenna for shortwave reception. All right, let me change the camera around. We'll set this thing flat on the table and turn it on, and we'll see. It's not quite sundown, but it's getting there. So I'll bet you we could pick up some interesting stuff. And of course, I have to be mindful of copyright violations. If we were to stay on a channel for 1.01 second too long, well then, golly, that might be infringing on someone's copyright, right? So we can't have that. But I'll flip around and we'll try to find some fun stuff to listen to. And that'll wrap it up. So let's check it out. All right. Well, let's go ahead and turn it on and see what we got. Okay. We're on the FM band to start with. Sounds pretty bassy. I'm going to roll down to the bottom of the band. Sometimes there's talk.
You and Wretched. Yep, when you become a Wretched gospel partner, you and Wretched become one of the best combinations in the world. Combining our efforts allows us to reach.
And John wasn't buying the airline's explanation.
I don't understand why it's canceled. I've heard they don't.
So plenty of action going on FM, and that's cool. I'm going to move over to AM. AM is not good here during the daytime. We don't have any clear channel radio stations within range during the day. We have a couple of 5,000 watt stations within 40 miles, but 40 miles and 5,000 watts just doesn't work. So it's very rare. Sometimes I'll pick up a station from about an hour and a half in here that is a 15,000 watt station. But until night falls and the clear channels are allowed to crank it up, a lot of times we just don't get AM. So I'll give it a shot though. $12.90 is usually the station if I'm going to get something that does come in. And there it is, barely. So I'd say that's actually fairly sensitive. I have a metal roof here. The fact that it was able to pick up that station from so many miles away is not bad. Well, I've got a really faint station there. Maybe 1490. Cool. All right. So I'm digging the AM reception because, I mean, you guys might hear that and be like, wow, he picked up two very faint stations. But for up here, that's actually pretty darn good. So let's move to shortwave and let's see what kind of magic we can find in the shortwave, man.
And he said,
right on.
This is what the head of Moderna said in 2017 about what they were looking to experiment with mRNA technology.
Oh boy, we better not be talking about that here on the station. We'll be demonetized, banned, and deleted from existence, right? But that's great. So I'm going to move up a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm not joking about any of that. So, oh, nice, man. Really good reception for just this. This is not a long wire antenna. This is just using the back of the set. Somebody, Morse code. That's an English-speaking station, but I'm not familiar with it.
In the midst of all of that people dying, he still kept one standing up there. It was God, my friend, is our refuge.
And there's the Overcomer. He's pretty much everywhere around here. Overcomer Ministries is a popular station on the East Coast, and it does broadcast worldwide. There's some music there.
I pray always before I talk to you guys.
I'll go up the band a bit. I'm not going to waste too much more time on this, but you get the picture. It's very sensitive. There's something on sideband. I'm just rolling through it kind of quick. Cool. All right, well, let's switch over to USB. I don't have a USB in here, but that by switching the switch, that activates our hi-fi USB. And if we had it, we have play pause, we have previous and next to go through the chapters, and we have repeat. So that's really nice that it has the ability to play back that stuff too. You could use it as a job site or just out in the yard and play back old episodes of Art Bell or something like that if you're not able to pick it up on shortwave. So of course, there's a lot of stuff on shortwave. If you don't know much about shortwave, you really ought to try to get into it sooner rather than later. Things are changing rapidly here, and it's a good way to get news you may not get elsewhere. Anyway, I guess that'll do it for today. It's the TR618. I will definitely leave a link to where you can get this fine-looking little radio. You'd be amazed. It's not very expensive at all to get this thing. And enjoy yourselves, man. If you have questions about it, feel free to reach out to me. I'll do my best to answer them. And I will see you next time. Thank you.